Alright, welcome everybody to the LEGO Star Wars 3 part, and I'm just gonna start it right now. The timing starts when we gain control, so we don't actually start until right about. So this game is very unique. Actually, first what we have to do in run is turn everything on, because in free play what you can do is you can use any extras you want, so it allows you to kind of break a bunch of the levels. For example, there's this extra called like super speeders, which allows you to basically completely demolish every building. So yeah. So the goal of free play is to basically just beat every level as quickly as you can in free play. It's pretty self-explanatory. We play the hardest level first, so hopefully this goes well. Alright, cool. So, that's cool. So what that was is that— oh shoot. Wow. I just barely made that. There's a backup, you can do that. Hopefully. But so basically, sorry, I can't get the speeders to spawn, unfortunately. That's just not gonna work. But basically what that was is that was called a launch, and basically you can do it by just like alt-tabbing out of the game. It's unfortunately very FPS dependent, and this is the only one you need to do in the game, because this is the only level where wall climbs won't work. So unfortunately we're just gonna have to try one more time. Okay, hopefully that works. Alright. I'm just gonna have to do it casually, unfortunately. Which kinda sucks. Actually, we'll try it one more time. Then we'll do it casually. This is like the hardest level in the game, but once we get past this, it gets really cool. So okay, this should work. Dude, it's just barely off every time. Alright. So I guess we're just gonna have to do this casually, which is very unfortunate since it's really cool pick, but you know, sometimes it just doesn't work. So, a very cool aspect of the game is LEGO Star Wars 3 uses a lot of what is called 1P2C, or one player to controller. It's basically using two players at once to just complete tasks a lot quicker. If you watch the earlier— oh, actually we got pretty lucky here. We got the speeders on, and now there's a level. So I don't know why the speeder wasn't spawning before, but there we go. Now if you've seen the earlier LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, that also used 1P2C, but since LEGO Star Wars 3 actually has like this split screen function, what we can do is use it a lot more. So like I said, we do the hardest levels first, because you can do any order you want. So this is another difficult level, but after that it gets pretty good. So the goal of this level is basically you have to destroy these like three you have to destroy these three pillars to save Anakin and Obi-Wan. Obviously, since it's free play, we are playing as Anakin and Obi-Wan. This one actually isn't very too different from casually, but again, we use a lot of B2C, which kind of shakes up the whole thing. So, just need a little speeder here. Sometimes they won't let you get the Alright, and there's that level 2. Go see Hawk, thanks for the good luck. And thanks for the good luck to Solution. Alright, so those are like the 2 most difficult levels, but after that, it gets pretty cool. And there's a lot of, since it's free play, you can do a lot of things that normally the game would not want you to do in any form. So for example, we're going to use this one ship that automatically has these torpedoes by default, and it'll basically just allow us to complete this level really early. But first off, we have to do this section, and basically what we have to do is we have to save these this ship from, you know, exploding. So we're just going to use 1P2C to do multiple water sections at once. Oh. I'm actually gonna drop out here and respawn, because that makes us that saves having to, you know, go all the way back and go out. It just lets you spawn right in the air, which is really nice. And we'll use that later on too. Now, many of the early levels that we do will utilize a lot of vehicle levels, because the game is split up into 3 different sections called Dooku, Ventress, and Grievous, and basically sometimes each of them kind of has like a theme to them. And so we do Dooku first, and the theme of Dooku is kind of what we call ground battles, or basically a bunch of vehicle levels. So we do that right at the start, because sometimes the vehicles can be a lot more finicky. So here's a bit like skips. So most of the time, normally in like any percent or any other category, you'd have to like build a torpedo generator, but we can just completely skip that. And then we can do that again. So what the game normally wants you to do here is go in there and basically build one of these ships and fight a ton of super battle droids, but instead we can just fly over here and just completely skip that. We're not having that. We're not going to save this hero. We're just going to blow up this ship ourselves. And there's the level. So the next level is another pretty cool level. It's another ground battle level. And it's another one of the levels where you can just basically completely skip the entire thing. So we're just going to use Anakin and Obi-Wan again. Most of the time we use Droideka, because Droideka is the fastest moving character, but in most of it takes a long time to like scroll to it in the menu. So if it doesn't really save any time, most of the time it's just better worth just using normal characters, especially in ground battles. So normally we build a cannon, but with the super speeders extra, we can just completely demolish everything in our path. So we're just going to destroy all these shield generators. And then destroy the giant tank. And there's the level. Now you may be wondering, why didn't they do that in the show? I don't know. But yeah, that's level. Now this next level is known as Weapons Factory, and it's actually a pretty unique level. In that, this is actually the first time we're going to pick up the droidica here too. Most of it's actually, I think, the only level where it has both a ground battle section, which is like this part, and a normal section. So it's pretty unique in that regard. But there's 3 different waves to the ground battles. And you have to complete each 3 in order to move on to the normal section. And what I did there is I built, with Obi-Wan, I built a generator for later. And you'll see why in the 3rd wave it's actually pretty important. And so for this section I'm going to use a combination of Cataclysm here, and his bombs are actually like extremely OP for some reason. And then with the speeder for the other one. Oh, or you can just use the speeder, I guess. Yeah. So, there's the second wave. They gradually increase in difficulty. So the 3rd wave is the most difficult by a long shot. So now we're gonna go to the reason I built that thing earlier, and the reason we did that is because in the 3rd wave, it has golden buildings, and golden buildings can only be destroyed through these tanks right here. And you have to kind of like build up to them, but just building barracks earlier on just completely skips that. So it's a neat little thing, it saves a lot of time in the end. So we're just gonna destroy these things. Almost there. And I just have to destroy these 2 things and then we're on to the normal part of the level. This is normally like the hardest level in 80% just because of like how much ground battle stuff there is, but it's not too bad in replay. It's kind of weird, because most of the like hardest levels in any percent are like pretty easy in free play, but then it's kind of like opposite. Like some of the easier any percent levels are just very difficult in free play. It's a bit unique. So we're gonna just use the droidica here to go as quickly as we can. just had to build these two things. Now, normally for this last part, they want you to like destroy a bunch of things and then build a trampoline to go up. But you can just use Jar Jar instead to jump super high up. And then for this part, normally it just wants you to you're supposed to like just kill a droid and then use his head, but we can just use the Magna Guard. And also for some reason, they made it so that if you have a Magna Guard, you can just hop in the tank. Normally you just have to like completely destroy it and then like hop in, but as a Separatist character you can just jump in, and they're like, yeah, you can come in. I don't know why. Okay, so we're gonna be going on to the next level, and this is the first level where we use wall climbs. And wall climbs are like a free play exclusive trick in LEGO Star Wars 3, and it's pretty cool. So for this first part, you can just jump with Jar Jar. But for wall climbing, oops. You can, by switching between the Magna Guard and the Droideka, you kind of get stuck in the wall, and then by switching back to Magna Guard, you can kind of get unstuck and then jump for a second. So if you keep doing that, it'll allow you to keep jumping up. It only works on some walls, but it's pretty overpowered. You can skip a lot of stuff with it. And right there, I skipped a bunch of stuff just by doing that wall climb. I'm just gonna do this section. This section is a bit weird to do with 1PTC. And LEGO Star Wars 3 is probably the most 1PTC heavy LEGO Star Wars game. So a lot of people find it difficult to do because it just, a lot of it requires just so much concentration. Especially like the forcing parts like this. Oops. And free play with all the switching too. Okay. So for this part we just kind of have to put these pillars back in their place. Go. Now it's time for the one part of free play where you can actually kind of relax. Free play is a very fast-paced category because you can skip like every cutscene in the game. But this is like the one boss fight where you kind of just have to wait, unfortunately. Because you have to wait for this worm guy to give you like these special eggs so you can force them. And you actually can wall climb all the way up here, but it's pretty difficult because the wall that they put up is like extremely high. So you have to do it for a while. Oh, I almost got there. Okay. We just have to... Luckily, it only requires you to do the top two. I don't know why, but the bottom one is not required, because there's actually an invisible wall, but it doesn't... What? Okay. but it just disappears when you hit the top two. So what we're going to do here, we're just going to drop out after forcing this, and what that allows us to do is do a cutscene skip. And basically by dropping back in a character right as a cutscene starts, you can just completely not skip the cutscene, but you can like move your characters while in it, which is really useful. So yeah. And then this last section is literally just going with the droidicas here. And then just come up here, and there's a level. Now we're just gonna completely do the epilogue right here. Like I said, there's like literally no order to these levels besides like generally the hardest go first. So we're just gonna do the epilogue here. The epilogue is a really easy level. For some reason, in many free-play levels, they shorten them so they take out content that's normally in 20%. There's like normal free-play story. I don't know why, but they do. And so part of that means that like the complete second half of this level we don't even do. It's just ends. So all we have to do is just starting at this part right here. Oh, that kind of sucks. Unfortunately, my speeder despawned. Sometimes that can happen if it's like out of camera. So just have to happen here. And yeah, this level's really good. Yeah, these red bricks are completely, like, they're unbelievably broken. Normally you'd, like, if I did that without any red bricks, you'd have, like, 20,000, or, like, maybe 100,000, but with the red bricks, whoops, they just completely break everything. Because it just keeps stacking. So this level's another level that you can skip a lot. There's an invisible wall here that you can climb up on. And just completely skip that starting section. And then normally you're supposed to go back and then like use a walker to destroy this next part, but instead we can just actually just wall climb up again. This one's a really high one. And then, again, you're supposed to watch a super long cutscene and do a bunch of stuff, but you can just wall climb up here and just go into the loading zone, which I find hilarious. Whoops. There we go. Okay. Okay. Now, this is like a pretty difficult 1v2, so you kind of have to do a lot of stuff at once here. Oops. But we just have to kind of just maneuver this box around. It's not too difficult. to be honest. Okay. And then again, we can just use capping to like completely destroy all those guys super quickly. Then all we have to do is just destroy this last tank and then we're done. It's a pretty broken level. It's already a broken level normally, but replay is just destroys this level. Alright, here's the level. Okay, so the next level is the only like ship level in Ventress. It's a bit weird. And there's a lot of 1PTC in it. And unfortunately it doesn't let you use the Droidica for some reason. I don't really know why. Dude. But yeah, we're just gonna use these guys. And what we want to do is destroy a bunch of these like ships surrounding the our cruiser. If you want to just completely ram the cruiser into the like blockade, and we're just gonna drop out here just to get to our ship quicker. And here, skip the cutscene. And we destroyed our ships, but now we have to like press the button to go faster. And this is where Droidica would be like really useful, because it's like a really long, just completely going straight. It makes me wish Droidica was in this level. And then we're just gonna skip the cutscene again, drop out. And then for the second wave of ships, you have to destroy the first with this. And we're just gonna go down here as we keep destroying the ships. And then all we have to do is just go back down and do it again. The level seems pretty simple, but it actually can be pretty complicated. Gonna drop out again to just get that quick ship. Hopefully we can find a level changer. Some things are a bit... We're just gonna walk straight again and finish the level. There we go. The next one's also a bit longer too. Ventress in general is a pretty long, has a bunch of long levels. So right at the start here, we're gonna do a cutscene skip, by dropping out and then dropping back in as it starts. And then we're just gonna go to the phone power music. Oops. Sometimes, that can happen where it kind of gets stuck in a loop. So now we have to destroy these shield generators and the entrance. It's a bit weird. The controls are a bit finicky, so it's kind of annoying. Looks like it was a lot of fear there. Not too cool. This is like the problem. Yeah.
I thought you were going somewhere.
Okay, sorry about that. But that's the level there. Alright. That level's pretty unique too. It has a lot of like little stuff you can do with 1P2C, especially skipping the first part with the wall climb. This next episode is another one that's kind of a more linear episode. You can't really, or level, sorry. You can't really skip much of it, but it does have its moments. There's actually a wall climb here you can do. I'll try it. It's a bit difficult though, so we'll just see how it goes. It's a bit weird. Yeah. So, okay, we got it first try. Cool. You kind of have to, like, go out and then in. It's a bit weird. But it ended up working out. Oh shoot. Oh, that's my bad. I accidentally forgot to do the cutscene skip there. That's alright though. It only loses like 5 seconds. So we're just gonna use the droid there again to use that panel, because normally again you have to like do this whole thing to get a droid helmet, but it's much easier to just use that. So we're gonna use another cutscene skip here. Oops. And this Ventress fight is unfortunately pretty linear. You just kind of have to keep fighting her with this lightsaber. And forcing it back, and then just hitting her again. This next section is actually pretty interesting. By using 2 characters at once, it allows you to force it back at her really quickly. It like goes twice the speed, which is kind of weird. I don't know why it does that, but I actually didn't know about this until like very recently. It's very cool, especially if you like compare it normally. It's like double the power. I'm gonna do another cutscene skip here. And another one here. And then we just have to fight Ventress again. And we are chasing Ventress right now. Even though we are ahead of her, we are chasing her. So we're just gonna use this here. And we're actually gonna do another cutscene skip. This one has a lot of cutscene skips. And you have to kind of wait here for the trigger. It's a bit odd. And we just did another cutscene skip. Now, since one of the red bricks is perfect to deflect, you don't even have to. Normally, you have to throw the lightsaber, but I don't know why I can't with it. But instead, you can just hold the thing and it'll automatically deflect, which is nice. I don't think it was properly targeting me that time, so that's why I did it, but normally it can do that. Just have to attack this leg. I'm keeping one player at the front so that when it makes us jump onto it, we can just jump onto it instantly instead of walking all the way over there. We're actually doing the interest levels backwards. Normally this would be the first one, but... Okay, so this game was made in 2013, and I'm pretty sure, if I can remember correctly, it's only seasons from 1 and 2. This particular level is from the first movie, I'm pretty sure. But I'm pretty sure this game only covers seasons 1 and 2, unfortunately. I would have liked to seen some of the later seasons where they had those cool multi-planet campaigns, but alas. The prologue is another level where a lot of the content from normal that's normally here is cut. I don't know why. But 2/3 of the level is just not in free play. It just makes us play general, and that's about it. Yeah, imagine seeing some of the stuff from season 7. That would have been incredible, but obviously it's almost a 10-year-old game at this point. But I'm pretty sure the epilogue Zillow Beast is from season 2. And that's the last chronologically it goes to, or it's the season finale of season 2. So yeah. It does have stuff from the movies though. A lot of the mini-kit characters are Darth Vader and stuff. Oops. And then the prologue is from episode 2, obviously. So now we just have to finish up the last Dooku level here. This is also the last ground battle that we do. It's very easy. It's an auto-scroller in replay. It's literally all you do is you just go to all 6 of these and just destroy them. Oh no, that's really unfortunate. That's the only place in this level where something can go wrong. Sometimes you'll destroy it. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate, but that's whatever. Because we got one victory. And then there's this last one here. And now all we have left are the previous levels. Yeah, this is just season 1 and 2. And then I think Zillow is the finale of season 2, which is also the last level in the game. Now, a lot of the Grievous levels are very 1P2C intensive. I don't know why, all the Dooku levels and all the kind of each third of the game has its theme. It's a bit odd. And Grievous has a lot of these long 150C levels. So, what we have to do is plant a bunch of these bombs here. Oh, no more can do a cutscene skip there, I forgot. There's a really precise cutscene skip here. We got it, yes. I did not think I was gonna get it. But we got it. Okay. We're gonna do one more cutscene skip here, and then we're done with this section. This section's really long, but it is also very difficult. That was really clean, though. I'm happy with that. Oops. No, never mind. So now we have to like actually rescue R2, but since it's free play, we already have R2, so I'm not even gonna be doing rescue. We just kind of have to wait. Alright, so there's that second section done, and then there's one last section that we have, and then that's it for this level. This level is a pretty cool level, I like it. And so during this next part level, we're going to be fighting the traitorous R4. The way we're going to be doing that is just by spamming the attack while ignoring everything else that R4 does, since we have invincibility. Oh, what? Oh, so sometimes it can miss. That was pretty unfortunate. Alright. So now what we're gonna do is go here. Just wait. Actually, it's gonna drop out since we do cutscene skips later on. And then this last part. Alright, and there's the level. Just kinda have to wait here. There we go. Now, this next level is I think the last, like, actually never mind, but it's very short. Because it's another one that's, like, completely broken, in free play because of the, because of these, torpedo ships. It just completely destroys any challenge. Just give. completely just destroying every thing completely on my own. After that, we just destroy this last one with the torpedo, and then actually this. Now this level is, the next level is another really long level, but it has some cool skips, especially in the second room. So. We're just gonna drop out with player 2 because we actually don't even really need him at all for this first part. We're just gonna use Cad Bane to fly, and we're just gonna actually just jump up here, hopefully. Jump on this. Oh, I don't know why he died there. Oh shoot, I keep getting hit by the train. Oh my gosh. Dude. There we go. And then basically, that should skip most of the first part there. Unfortunately, it didn't quite go all the way to plan. We're actually gonna change our character there. And we're just gonna continue using one player, since you don't really need the second player at all. Pretty much completely useless. And we're just gonna continue to use Cad Bane. And again, we're just gonna use Cad Bane to completely skip this crane section. And yeah, there we go. That's the entire second room. Now, it looks like we did a lot there, but it skipped a lot more than it looks. It's kind of like a weird parkour kind of. You see two here, down left, right, up. And it doesn't matter what order you do this in. We actually used to think it mattered, but that was actually just for me, because you can just do whatever combination you want there. So, up, down. This means Cad Bane fly, since he's super quick at flying. It's really nice. Okay. Almost there. Right. And to complete the level, basically we just have to complete these two end sections. So with this left player, we have to destroy all the droids, and with the right player, we have to kill Grievous here, or defeat him. Okay, so up, right, left. Hopefully that did work. Unfortunately, it didn't. Now for the rest of the player on the left, we're just gonna completely just spam the force everywhere and kill everybody. Because the force is really OP at killing anybody. Ah. I keep getting kind of bad luck here. There we go. Sometimes it just doesn't target well. And we do cutscenes get there so we can just roll in. That's level. It's a very complicated level, but it's done. Oops. Disconnected, unfortunately. Sometimes the controller disconnects. Alright, we're on the home stretch now. Alright, there we go. Do another cutscene skip there. Okay. And then for this part, instead of building the platforms and forcing them across, you can just use Cad Bane to fly across. Cad Bane is like pretty much the most useful character in the game besides like Droid and Machingar for wall climbing. Alright. So we're gonna do another wall climb here to skip the boss fight. Hopefully it goes well. It's a pretty easy one. There's actually another wall climb you can do here. I'm gonna try it. It can be a bit finicky. Yeah, so we'll just do this for sure. Because you can just, I think, yeah, you can just wall climb here too. Ah, keep just barely missing it. Alright, yeah. And then, this is another case of cut content. Normally, there's a boss fight there, it's just not there, I guess, in free play. Then it's just this end platform. Just connect this here. Magnet guards blocking me. Alright, there we go. Now we just have to wait for our slow ship to arrive. You can see it just, you know, taking its sweet time in the distance. It's really rushing to save us here. Thank you. Alright, and that's the level. Now this next level, you can actually skip a really large portion of it, right at the start, just by using the rocket clone, because normally you wouldn't have them, but in free play you can just, normally you do a giant boss fight with a worm and do a lot, but, just to get around here, but in free play you can just completely skip the entire thing just by rocketing these guys. And then there we go. It's not the whole level, but it's like 60% of it just skipped. Now it's time for this like 2-part section. The one on the right really like does not really matter. You can take your sweet time with him if you want. Okay. We're just gonna rig this base to explode here. It's gonna be glorious. Though we're not gonna see the cutscene. Never mind. Sometimes, since these guys also have the like target option, they can get in there. Alright, there we go. That's basically the level, and now we're on to our final level here. Coming up. It's another pretty long level, but that's kind of to be expected since it's Grievous. Alright, there we go. One last level here. Grievous Intrigue. There's a lot you can do in this level to skip stuff. It's kind of crazy how they made it so you can do so many glitches here. First off, we're gonna get Jordica. so that means we're going to be wall climbing. But to start off, it's pretty basic. You can use both players, and if you're on the top here, you don't have to like do a lengthy duel with the Magna Guards. You can kind of just kill them. It's kind of like an exploit. And then, what's really weird is, if you use rockets, normally you're supposed to like throw stuff at Grievous with the force, but using rockets just completely lets you kill him. I have no idea why. I think it's just because of the way they did the heart system, but it just completely breaks ever fighting with him. There we go. Grievous just completely destroyed by the rocket clones. Now there's another glitch we can do here. First off, you can just completely kill Grievous by kind of glitching him out and hitting him against these walls. Oh, kind of got stuck there, unfortunately. But yeah, if you can do a cutscene skip there, you can like skip doing a lot of stuff, so that's really nice. Alright, so now we're going to do a super long wall climb, just completely skipping an entire portion of the level. And there we go. Alright, so the run's going to end in about a minute. We're on the home stretch now. Alright, here we go. Almost there. We just have to destroy these two things and land. And we go. Alright. There's the run. It's a pretty unique run. It's really interesting. There's a lot of tech in it. And yeah. So if anybody is interested in running, it's a pretty cool game. But yeah. That looks like it's gonna be it for me. I hope you guys enjoy the next game coming up, which I don't know what it is, but I'm sure it's good. So yeah, thanks to Star Wars Gaming for hosting me, and allowing me to do this run. And yeah, bye guys.